Hey there everyone, welcome to another unboxing video here at Horizon Hobby. I currently have the HobbyZone Mini Apprentice S sitting here on the table. This is the trainer plane that we recommend to pretty much everyone to start with. This is a 1.2 meter ready to fly foam plane, and this is the plane I started flying with. This is the plane, I guarantee if you went to a flying field and asked people that have been around since this plane came out, what they learned on, it's probably this. We also have a larger version of this, the regular Apprentice, which is a 1.5 meter. This is a little bit smaller, which is nice because it fits in cars a little bit better. It's easier to fly around parks, things of that nature. I believe this says this is kind of for park flying. But we're going to go ahead and open this thing up and show you what all this comes with. Slide this box out. Oh yeah, you guys got the nice side. So as I mentioned, this is a ready-to-fly plane. We also offer it as a bind-and-fly model, but most people that are going to be buying this are probably going to be getting the ready-to-fly version. I'm going to go ahead and, actually, you know what, we'll close this up and leave the box up here. So as you can see, everything's packaged very nicely, and one key thing that I noticed right away is that it's fairly light, which is good. This is only a 1.2 meter, which is bigger than a lot of UMX stuff, but smaller than a lot of our more traditional like turbo timbers, things of that nature. So as you can see right away, here's your battery. It's a 1300 milliamp 3S pack with a EC3 connector. Here is the charger, and the cool thing about this charger, a lot of our ready-to-fly planes come with this, is as you see, it has kind of your traditional, like we call it like a cigarette lighter charger, which is great for when you're actually out at a flying field. You don't have to bring a charger. You can just plug this into your car. This goes right into the battery balance port. But on top of that, we also include the AC conversion. That way you can plug it right into the wall at home or a regular just 120 volt socket. Two great options, very nice because it makes it easy. And that's what this is all about. Coming near the back looks like, well, here even comes with transmitter batteries. Got 4 AA's. That's nice. I'm going to cut this transmitter out to unveil the DXe transmitter. This transmitter we use in a lot of stuff. Honestly, sometimes when I'm going out flying, sometimes I'll just grab one of these because they're super easy to bind up. It's a lot less switches to mess with. It still has your panic button, which is another really nice feature of this plane that we'll get into in a little bit. Has a high rate, low rate. The only thing it doesn't have is model memory, so it's kind of like stuck with the plane unless you're going to retrim everything each time. But this will bind up to any DSMX receiver. It's great. Now most of this plane is obviously disassembled still, but we're going to open it up and show you everything. But I mean, you could probably have this built and up in the air for your first time, probably I'd say give yourself 30 minutes just to be safe. Granted, you should read this manual as well, which I'm about to pull out, especially if it's your first time flying. That way you can kind of go over pre-flight checks, know what to look for, know what switches do on your transmitter. Here's your manual. And looks like I can get to the landing gear, which another neat feature and something I didn't really know about until I got into flying. The Mini Apprentice has tricycle landing gear. Something that we don't really, I don't think, talk about enough. So with tricycle landing gear, it's essentially, this picture is going to help a ton. You have one wheel up front and then you have 2 in the back. And you might be going, okay, well, what difference does that make? A lot of our planes, and a lot of the planes that I kind of like personally, are tail draggers. So they have 2 wheels up front and 1 way in the back. It's actually a little bit more difficult for the beginner pilot. You have to be a little bit more active on your rudder, mostly with landing and takeoff, and the Mini Apprentice just kind of eliminates that. Plus with this, with how sprung they are, you can like slam down and it just absorbs it. It's nice. Know from personal experience, it handles quite a bit. Again, if you want to learn more about tricycle landing gear, look it up on YouTube. This applies to full-size planes too. This isn't just a RC thing. There's a reason that a lot of trainer planes are with this situation. Let's get these foam pieces out of the way here. Okay, next up, I'm going to pull out the wing. And the reason I'm going to do that is you see this is a nice one-piece wing. No flaps, just 2 ailerons, and your leads, you just untape this and get to your leads. The cool thing about this And I mentioned, we tried to make this plane as easy as possible and as beginner friendly as possible. When you go to attach the wing to the fuselage here, it's actually held on with like almost a rubber band, which is what this is. And that's intentional. That's so that if you smack the ground during landings or whatever, there's a little give. It's not a solid piece of foam that's screwed down. Something's got to give at that point. This kind of gives it a nice, almost springy effect, and it makes it so that you can take that wing off. Makes it easier to travel. Or if you happen to really tear up one or the other, you can replace it much easier. So that's kind of a cool feature I wanted to bring up with the wing. Quickly running out of table space here, but there's not much left. Looks like this is going to be my vertical stabilizer, which has my rudder on it. And again, this is a very simple plane. Has ailerons, rudder, elevator, but no flaps, anything, no retracts, anything like that to worry about. So that's nice. And it looks like, I think I can get this out here. My horizontal stabilizer's tucked way down in the bottom. And as you can see, this is very simple construction. Like I said, you'll have this up and running within 30 minutes. Probably quicker if you're proficient with tools, if you've ever done this before. And that is everything, unless anything's hiding. And that's it. So that's the Mini Apprentice. So as you can see, there's really not a lot to this plane, and that's part of the beauty of it. You have your fuselage, you have your one-piece wing, horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer, landing gear. That's it. So we're going to throw this thing together and go have some fun. Again, it's flying season's here in Illinois. It's really nice weather out. I'm in shorts. And we're going to go out and probably use this, to be honest, teach some of our employees how to fly. Again, this is the Mini Apprentice S 1.2 meter ready-to-fly airplane from HobbyZone. And yeah, if you have any more questions, let us know in the comments below. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again.